On behalf of the CXC Science Moderating teams, especially integrated science and biology, I would like to share our deepest sympathy to the Castro family. I first met Gillion in 2015 when I moderated Corazon Creek. At that time, I had no idea what Corazon Creek was. And so there was a lot of research trying to find out how to get there. But it was indeed a pleasant experience to work with Gillion, to see her dedication, to see her preparation, to see her documentation being right on par. So much so that I shared with her, I said, you know, you could be a moderator. You have the tools, you have the skills, you have the mindset, you understand the process, you have the love and the passion. You know, go for it. And so I was really glad to learn a few years after that she had become a moderator, not just for biology, but also for integrated science. But on that first visit, we made a connection. She wouldn't back down. She stood her ground. She knew that what she did was correct and in the guidelines that should be done, and so she never backed down from that. And again, of course, that's who Gillion was. I'm sure that she will positively impart and impress to those teachers that she influenced for SBA CXC moderation for years to come, because she has left that mark with a lot of the teachers that she mentored in the subjects that she shared that knowledge with. And so I definitely want to say that our team, both biology and integrated science, will miss Gillion, will miss her input, will miss her drive and passion. But I know that she spent her time here well, and we are much better for it. I thank you.
Remembrance for Gillion Berta Castro. 40 years ago, on the 7th of January 1983, Mrs. Sylvia Castro gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, Gillion Berta Castro, affectionately known as Jill. Gillion was her second child. Jill started her primary school at St. Philip's RC School and finished at the Punta Gorda Methodist School. She attended high school at Toledo Community College. She gained her associate's degree in natural resource management and bachelor's degree in biology education at the University of Belize. After a couple of years, she decided to return to UB Belmopan to pursue her degree in teaching. Anyone who knew Jill knows that she would encourage you to further your education to the highest degree. One friend and past classmate attested to Gillion's firm principles and ethics, a person with integrity, value, and character, always pushing one to do better. Jill herself was enhancing her academics by pursuing her master's degree in education management at the Liverpool University of London. Unfortunately, she only had her thesis pending to submit to the university, but due to her illness, she was not able to make this accomplishment. Despite being a career-driven woman, on March 23, 2018, Jill gave birth to her one and only daughter, Trinise Ramirez, whom she loved very dearly. Unfortunately, tragedy hit Jill 5 years ago. Jill was diagnosed with cancer, but she was a warrior and she put up a fight until the last. Even though her illness progressed, Gillion continued her teaching career with dignity and pride, and faced her struggles each day as it came along. Her students were her motivation and drive. As Rosa Parks once said, each person must live their lives as a model for others. Gillion was surely a model to her students, to her beautiful daughter Therese, her colleagues and peers. On Thursday, May 31st, 2023, God decided that he needed another angel, and it was time for Jill to depart this earth. May our loving sister rest in peace and rise in glory. Goodbye for now, Jill, until we meet again. Thank you. Jill was always an avid lover of sports, even though she was very petite in posture. She played various sports which included volleyball, football, softball, and billiards. She was the first female billiard player in the country of Belize to compete in a male tournament. Gillion had an immense connection to the environment. She had a passion for marine biology. Her love for her outdoors, marine turtles, and the sea landed her a job with the Toledo Institute for Development and Environment TIDE, and also the Belize Audubon Society. Jill would always get so excited to tell us of her adventures out at sea. Once, when she was diving to collect data on fish, the captain of the boat lost Jill and her colleague Berta while diving and left them out at sea. They had to swim for hours before safely making it on shore. After years of enjoying her marine life, Jill decided that she wanted to share her experience with others and found that her real passion was teaching. She loved standing in the classroom, teaching biology, integrated science, and even grading SBAs and moderating for CXCs countrywide. On September 1st, 2009, Jill was so proud to be the biology and integrated science teacher of the newly built Corazon Creek Technical High School. Corazon Creek Technical High School has been her second home for the past 14 years, and she has been a very dedicated and honest teacher. Jill also found time to give back to the community that she loved very much and became the cheerleader of Catlaning Village from 2006 to 2009.
Ms. Castro often made sure everyone knew when her students passed CXCs, got awards, were on honor roll, or became valedictorians at the school. She would make sure you never forgot that those were her students. She was always excited for their success. When it came to sports, she was Scorpion's biggest fan, shouting from the top of her lungs, cheering her students on to victory. On the teacher's bus, if she is not sleeping from having a busy day, she is entertaining her co-workers with jokes about past incidences or future expectations. Ms. Castro was a firm teacher who always stood by her principles and ensured discipline among students. She was always professional, willing to lend a helping hand when possible, and scolded others to take an interest in personal health. She was always full of ideas, whether they were for the moment or for the future. She was always thinking of how to improve and give back. She was a good teacher and role model, one that many students appreciated, will remember, and are disappointed and sad that she has left us. As her school family and friends, we still can't believe we won't see her again in person, but we will keep her alive in our memories and through all the work she started at Corazon Creek Technical High School. Ms. Jill, as we often called her, was passionate about teaching. However, her family and health was her priority. We leave you with her words, which she constantly shared with us. Take care of your health. Put health and family first before work, because when you die, all they will do is send you a wreath and replace you. On behalf of Corazon Creek Technical High School, as a staff rep, I've been asked to fill in the gaps or express a little more about her experience and contribution as a teacher. Ms. Gillion Castro began her teaching career at Corazon Creek Technical High School from the first day the school opened its doors in August 2009 and didn't leave. She was excited to teach the youth of Toledo and had many big and great ideas to enhance their learning. Over the years at CCTHS, Ms. Castro taught English, integrated science, food and nutrition, biology, and human and social biology. She also had a passion for environmental awareness, since that is the background with which she entered the teaching profession. She was also very health conscious, especially when she saw her co-workers drinking Coke. A science lesson would follow. Ms. Castro has had a significant impact on the programs and activities of the school. She developed, along with her students and through her courses, the Corazon Creek Technical High School Eco Park, which she was very passionate and excited about, the practice of labeling fruit trees around the campus and in communities, the food and nutrition program and activities, which always involved more than just her class. She created collaboration between community leaders and students through an environmental program. Sole focus was promoting or decreasing pollution. She developed an environmental club to promote environmental awareness, and she was instrumental in promoting sports and served as one of the house coordinators for the Scorpions House at Corazon Creek Technical High School. Ms. Castro always advocated for taking students out to see the world, and as a result, organized trips for students. The first trip, she took the Environmental Club students to the Keys for a weekend with contribution from the Belize Audubon Society. The students were overexcited and I'm sure never forgot that trip. The second trip was to Caledonia Village, Corozal District. This was a sports trip organized with Mr. Elmer Putt, who was our PE teacher at the time and also from Caledonia Village. They spent the weekend there and played sports. The last trip she began to organize was a national tour trip for our students in 2019. This trip was for the graduating class and all the first and second place students in all our classes from first form to third form. Unfortunately, she was only able to share her idea before she suddenly fell ill and had to take some time off. However, besides sharing the idea, she also secured financial support for the trip from our PTA. We all agreed it was a good idea, and in her absence, we carried out her plan. It was a success. The students were grateful for the opportunity and enjoyed the 3-day trip halfway across the country. Due to COVID, there was never another trip. However, Corazon Creek Technical High School intends to continue her legacy and will keep her initiatives alive.